Bienvenue à l'Université d'Ottawa. A special welcome to those joining us remotely through our Facebook Live broadcast. Merci de vous joindre à nous. Pour ceux et celles qui ne me connaissent pas, je m'appelle Monica Gattinger et je suis directrice de l'Institut de recherche sur la science, la société et la politique publique. I would like to begin by acknowledging that the land on which we gather is the traditional unceded Algonquin territory. This is one of the first events of the new year for the Institute, and what an event it is. It gives us tremendous pleasure to host, for the first time on the same stage, the chief scientists of the federal, Quebec, and Ontario governments, Dr. Monica Gattinger, Dr. Rémi Quirillon, and Dr. Molly Schweiker. Talk about kicking off 2018 with a bang. Here we are at virtually soon-to-be standing room only to hear Drs. Gattinger, Quirillon, and Schweiker talk about science advice in Canada. We are also very fortunate to have a special presentation on priorities for science advice from my dear colleague, friend, and inaugural director of the ISSP, Dr. Mark Gattinger. We have created a hashtag for this event, noted up here, ISSP Science, ISSP Science, and we encourage you to tag your tweets with this hashtag. I can't guarantee that science advice will trend on Twitter in Canada, but we can try. For those who aren't familiar with the ISSP, we are a cross-faculty research institute with research, outreach, and teaching mandate at the intersection of science, society, and policy. We have a number of our students here today, so welcome very much to ISSP students. As director of the Institute, I like to think that I have the best job on campus. What topic these days isn't at the intersection of science, society, and policy? In theory, the ISSP can research, teach, and engage on virtually any topic that our members do. In practice, our activities can be grouped under three core themes. Science for policy, also known as evidence-based or evidence-informed decision-making. Of course, that's what brings us together here today. Policy for science, technology, and innovation, and governance of emerging technologies. Our researchers, senior fellows, students, and professional members of our networks, many of whom are here today, are highly engaged across all of these areas in their research, teaching, and outreach. I'll give a few remarks about the relevance of this panel to the ISSP in a moment, but for now, it is my great honor to welcome to the stage University of Ottawa President and Vice Chancellor, Jacques Raymond. Monsieur le Recteur.